my lovely host and always beautiful and controversial Christine. We went a little bit behind time today. Excuse my voice, man. I've lost my voice. I sound a little crazy. We have a beautiful show for y'all, though. We have a guest on the show. Her name is Mahzi. She's an artist from Detroit. Been doing her thing for a minute. And then we have our producer. Shout out to our producer, Love. She's on here today. Mike is not with us, but we're going to do our show the same way we always do it and make it nice and popping for you guys. Yeah, excuse my voice. I sound a little crazy, so I'm drinking this Thereful here often. Don't mind me if you see me drinking it. It's just stuff going on right now. I love that we have Best and Christine on here. Oh man, Christine is here. You just text me. All right, Christine, how you doing? How you feeling?
Going on, I feel amazing. I'm definitely not sick.
I think you passed your sickness on to me because I'm feeling like my voice is not where it usually is.
I passed it to you.
Yeah, I don't know. Something in the air.
Oh no.
Something is in the air. But we do have a beautiful show. I'm still waiting for Best to get on here. I don't know where Best is. I cannot forward you the link, Best. Love, we will probably have to send Best the link again because I don't know why he's not getting it. That's confusing. Christine, what's new though? What's going on? How you feeling? Other than not being sick, what's new in life? What's going on there? She's not? What just happened? Whoa. This is a very interesting show today. Yes, because I'm not feeling well. Everything is just going all over the place. On the iPhone. There she is. Hey, Christine. We can't hear you though. I don't know what's going on.
Can't hear me?
Nah, I can. Yeah, you're just fine now.
Okay.
So you're here.
I'm not going to stop on the show. I'm not going to. Just tell me when it starts.
Okay. So we just doing audio right now? All right, cool. Christine, I know you said so we're gonna have Mahzi on the show. I know you're aware of that. We're still waiting for Best to get on. He just got the link, so he should be joining shortly. We will be having Mahzi on again, like I said, artist from Detroit. She's a woman rapper. She's dope too. She has a really interesting sound. Did you get a chance to hear any of her music?
Yeah, I listened to a couple of her songs. I feel like she has I wouldn't say an obsession, but a thing with Asia. I like it.
They're very Asian theme based.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, let's get into the show a little bit. I know we're still waiting on Best. You were saying something. What's going on with Nicki Minaj?
All right, so everybody knows about the situation with her husband, Kenneth Petty. Well, there was a lot that went on with the media with that, especially like him not registering as a sex offender. And that is because of his own girlfriend. I think her name was Rachel. I want to say her name was Rachel. Anyways, so there was a situation when they were like really young. I think she was like 15, 16, and it went down. He appropriately touched her. So since then, like recently, more like last year and the year before, she's been doing interviews like with The Real, and I think she was on the Wendy show. So basically, something recently came out in the media, like it was leaked, that she was like recanting her story, and she was saying that she felt forced to say what she said, and she didn't want him to go to prison or jail. But, you know, honestly, that's not far off from what she said on these interviews in the show after I watched it a little bit. And a lot of people brought up that the video that was shown was cut. Even her lawyer said that, like, to make it seem a certain way, almost like she kind of lied about the whole thing. But, yeah, it's getting really messy. You know, the bars are on ads. They don't play.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, and no one, Best still is having a difficult time getting on here. Oh my god! But Christine, you just sent Best the link, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it in the group chat, but I can try sending it through email.
Yeah, that may be best.
Try to do it through email.
Yeah. Because I don't know why. All right. Yeah. So I've heard things about this situation, and in the last the past year or so, it's been a big thing about Nicki Minaj not wanting her husband. Well, not one. It's not that she doesn't want him to register as a sex offender, but just saying that the case should be looked at due to the fact that she doesn't want her address to be publicly put out there. So it's been a lot going on with that case. But they have been saying that there has been some things that are inconclusive about that whole situation as a whole. So we'll have to just wait and see how that plays out. But at one point, it said she was being forced to say that that was a lie. Now it seems that she's flipping sides, saying that she's being forced to say that it wasn't a lie. So to me, it's just a little bit perplexing as a whole. And yeah, so it's just a lot going on in that situation.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to be, I think, even though he's not really the star in a relationship, but just being a man in the industry and having sexual allegations is never a positive thing. So that kind of sticks with you forever. Whether it happened or not, people pay attention more to, the negative than the positive.
Absolutely. And Christine, I don't want to cut your segment short, but our guest seems to just arrive. So, can we just go to a quick commercial real quick? And we're going to just come back with Mahzi.
Hey,
Hey, lock this bitter shit.
I'm feeling it all on my body. You tell me you need me, you got it. You know my body. We post on the block with no problems. 100 shots at your partners. Yeah, we wildin' cause we all night. Cinema, yeah. Chopper blow, yeah. Tryna score, yeah. I go to work for you. Go to worry here. Ain't no warning, yeah. Blow the horn, yeah. Shots in the morning. Got the Glock, you important. Send the ops to the morgue, yeah. To the blick.
This is a controversial Best of Super Show. Let's get a real proper introduction. We back, man. We here with my co-host, the boisterous and always loud Best, and the controversial and beautiful Christine. I kind of sound better. And we here with our beautiful guest, Mahzi, man.
Hey, what's the word, John?
Detroit's finest, you feel me? And we gonna get into this interview.
So let me just say this: if y'all want to know why I wasn't here in the first episode, because Swoop put .co and it said .com. So blame Swoop. Everything's Swoop's fault now. Your nigga cheat on you, blame Swoop.
Yo, goddamn. Niggas throw me under the bus. That's why light skin Keisha like me more anyway, because I'm a better side nigga.
You in trouble today.
Come on, bro. You little pillow talk. But how you doing?
We doing well, but we doing well. How you doing, Mahzi?
I'm great. I'm excited. I'm always excited. When I get nervous, I get excited, so I'm excited.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Look great. We have more black girl. What's it called? Black girl magic on the show. We got Christine. We got you.
Magic,
we got to kind of offset the ugliness for me and Bess. Stuff like that. It's all good.
Hold on.
It's a lot of good melanin in here.
Yo. Listen. Put you in that
Bess,
category.
it's not about you right now. This is about Mahzi. It's not about you right now.
It's about us. Let's talk about us. Hey, no.
So let's talk about you, Mahzi. Let's talk about this. Your journey, like where because I said Detroit's finest, of course. So Detroit being your hometown and stuff like that.
Yes.
Give us a little bit, cause of your background on music and
hardly
life.
home, but always repping. Okay, so I was born in Detroit. I was raised like a little bit in Detroit, but literally my whole life I've been back and forth between here and Detroit, like probably even amount of school years back and forth. So I signed my deal with Ethika last year. And they moved me back here. So it's kind of like, low key, my second home, being back at home. I've never been here grown. I've never drove here. So all of that shit is new to me, going to the clubs, going to the casino. But I mean, I feel like I'm at home here.
Absolutely. Best Christine, you got anything you want to ask?
So let me ask you this: what's the difference in culture between Detroit and Las Vegas to you? I only been to Detroit once. I don't think I've ever been to Vegas.
This the controversial show, right?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
No disrespect, you feel me? 'Cause
Hey,
like
I
I
say
said, this is
what
my
side?
second home, but Vegas has no culture.
Ooh,
And I'm not saying like the music scene. I'm talking about Vegas as a whole. So I just feel like us as artists and, you know, Black owners and Black creators, Black entertainers here, we just need to put our foot down a little bit more and make the culture more, you know, welcomed. And even though people going to hear this and they're going to be like, oh, she said Vegas don't have no culture. You think about it, you got to go to a club on an urban night. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is an urban night? We don't even hear about that shit in Detroit. That don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you get what I'm saying. I just feel like it's no culture here. So in Detroit, it's hella culture. We originators of a
What
lot
is
of
culture
shit.
like in Detroit?
so
As far as what?
what side of Detroit you from? Because, you know, people say Detroit, got to be very, very careful what you say. You know, got the east side, you got the west
I'm
side.
from the west side, 7 Mile.
From 7 Mile.
Capital of Detroit is 7 Mile.
Oh, okay. Listen, Goonie, because I don't know if you know Joe Goonie, Dame Dot. This is
Goonie
not
my dog.
Goonie,
He
my
might
dog
tap in.
too.
He might tap in on
Goonie, my
right
guy. He's Goonie's supposed to be on the show too. But listen, Goonie,
bring him out.
That had nothing to do with me. You know, I rock with the east side of Detroit. Like, well,
Listen, I fuck with the east side. I'm from the west side. I'm from Detroit. You feel me? I rep the whole D.
Absolutely.
So Southwest, all that. I fuck with my whole city.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this question because I heard it's 7 miles. I heard 8 miles. What's the distance between the two? Like between 7 and 8 miles? Like how could you tell the difference?
The streets are named it.
Yeah.
You'll
Also, 7 miles like a
be
street.
on 7 Mile. Yeah, it'll like okay. So if you in the hood, well, nah, it's literally spelled out. No. Okay, so if you're in the burbs, you might. Because there's like different parts of 7 Mile. You can take 7 Mile all the way down to the suburbs, or you can take it way down to the dirty part of, you know. So on one part, you might see 7 Mile spelled with a 7, and some you might see it spelled, you know, the whole way. Like, but say it again.
So Bess, it's kind of like Dewey Avenue. It's like Dewey Avenue. Dewey Avenue start in the trenches and then it take you all the way up into Henrietta. But we gonna get to that part later. Ethika is what I didn't know Ethika signed artists.
Tell it on my neck.
Woo!
Okay.
I didn't know Ethika sound artist. So how did this come about? How did this partnership form? And when did it happen last year, correct?
Yeah, it happened last year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I found out that they even had a label because of Snapdog. He was which is another Detroit artist. Mm-hmm. He was one of the first artists that they signed, but it was like a period of where nothing was going on. Like, you know, I guess they was like, you know, building up for another drop or what they was about to do, sign artists. So I just hit him up and asked them, you know, like, shit, I was like, sign me, I'm Mahzi. And probably like 62 weeks later, literally, and I noticed because somebody went back and liked it, and I got a notification. They wrote me and was like, we'll fly you out. Mm. So they flew me out. You're supposed to do one song. They call it like your first session. They give you a beat. You do one song. I did 5 songs. So, yeah, it was just up.
Ever since then, as it should be.
So let me ask you this. Why did you feel like that was the right move, signing Ethika? Like, what do you think that helped you out with your career? Because, you know, that's a big brand and stuff like that. But you always hear people say, okay, you might not want to do this because they might limit you to certain stuff. And why you feel like that was the right move for you to do?
All I'm going to say is R.I.P. Young Dolph. Shout out to Dolph. Shout out to Paper Route. He know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, stay independent. I'm not saying Ethika is a bad move. I'm not saying it's a great move. I'm not saying it's any type of move. But honestly, if you want to be in control of your shit, stay independent.
Absolutely.
But I got it tatted on my neck. Like, I'm with them for 7 years, and it'll probably be extended after that. So Ethika, the family. But, you know, you do things and you learn as an artist, for sure. This was definitely my first deal that I signed. Not the first one I turned down, but, yeah, you learn shit.
So on this journey, and your first project, Trap Baby Season, right?
Yeah.
What was that like in the mindset of that? And this is still when you independent on your grind, trying to make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
What did it do for you there?
Well, when I dropped that, I literally didn't have a fan. Like, people didn't even know who Mahzi was. Like, I never did music before, like, as Mahzi, you know, and people knew me for other reasons. So when I dropped it, it was literally just like on faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was sweet. I knew my sound was different. So I'm like, shit, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. And when I dropped it, it got a lot of traction. And I mean, on top of that, I have like Detroit legends on that. So it brought people, you know, to listen to it. Like, what is she doing on a song with Mac Nichols? Or what's she doing on a song with Stretch Money? Like, you know, so shit like that, you know, helped it. But I mean, after that, after my first project, when people showed me that I knew what I was talking about, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you were more, especially on that one, it was definitely more bars. It gave me that, listen, I'm gonna show y'all I can rap kind of vibe.
Yeah. It was, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like at that time, I mean, I still feel like that today, like, female rappers aren't spitting for real. That's a good way to put it. I'm one of them females that will. So when I dropped that, I couldn't really be on no singy shit. Like, I had to show them, like, yeah, I could rap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm one of these, you know, consider me a rapper now type shit. But once I came out, I had a lot of sons and daughters that I didn't birth, you know? So I had to start singing. People start trying to copy me. So I had to do something to show that I was different and I am versatile. And I mean, yeah, then once I heard myself doing that, like, oh, you could hop in a whole nother bag. I just fell in love with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one thing.
So let me ask you this question.
Hold on, best before we go there. I just want to get this last point off. And Christine has a question too. I know me and Christine talked before you got on air. You know, we gotta get like Christine get some of the shine too.
Okay, hey, baddie.
So when you was rapping and stuff like that, for sure, your first project, Trap Baby Season, that's when it made me, I'm like, all right, cool, because she's not just a pretty face. She can actually do it. Because there's a lot of women that come in and they just be the pretty face, and even do it, they have the look, but can they also rap when you put them in that situation? He was able to do that, and I commend you on that, so you know.
Crazy, thank you. Crazy part is when I came into it, I was so, and I still am, like, I'm trying to work on a soft life. But when I came into the rap game, I was a bully. I was a fucking thug. I was bullying the rap hoes at home. Like, I was really on tip. So, and it's just like when you are a rapper and you really writing your shit and you really standing behind your shit, you notice the difference between yourself and people that just want to, you know, rap for fun.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say, you know, being a rapper ain't fun, but it'd be like so much competitive shit and bitches can't even rap for real. So it's just like, okay, yeah, you look good, you know what I'm saying? But I like being melodic. I like bringing the wavy shit. I like bringing the vibe. Not saying rap shit ain't a vibe, but when I'm rapping, I'm really on some like gully shit.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to get out of that pocket.
Christine, you got something you want to add in there?
Hello. So I wanted to ask, what is the best way to get male fans and female fans? I think now in the rap game, that's what people are really like gravitating towards. Like, because men don't want to hear about popping pussy all the time, you know, stuff like that. That's not something they can get jiggy to. So, like, do you ever have male friends and stuff that you let them review your music? They give you, you know, what they feel?
Honestly, I feel like my motto for this year, well, really for life, but I'm like saying it, is like my goal is for the real bitches to get seen. And that is how you get male fans and female fans and old ladies and, you know, everybody. You just have to literally be yourself. The rap game itself is like an audition. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole bunch of people trying to audition for a role. But it's not that many real ones in the industry. So, like, when you just come in literally just 100 in yourself and you have content that's not just about popping pussy, like, they're going to lean towards you. I'm not going to lie. I mean, and of course, you still got to be sexy. That's how you get the, you know, the other fans. But, I mean, I never played into that, like, ever. I just, like I said, this soft life, heels, dresses, like, all this shit is new because I'm trying to, you know, step into this, you know, new album that I'm about to drop. And it's a little bit, it's more grown. It's more sensual. It's more, you know, it's on another level. So I'm just trying to grow like that.
To that feminine energy and stuff like that. And y'all may not see, I'm in the studio with her. The skin is glowing. It's popping. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
Gotta give it, just do when you see it. And that's crazy because that kind of leads into my next question because I know you had a single Chopper Lullaby and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that more of the direction you want to go into, or is it definitely going to be more to the sensual, more feminine energy that you're looking to go into?
I'm going to say this album that I'm about to drop is kind of a mixture of both. Like, I got some rapping on there because people love when I rap. People want to hear me with no auto-tune, no melodies, not singing at all. So it's some rapping on there, but this project is more of a commercial album. So, yeah, it will be melodic. It will be like radio-ready type songs. You know, it's not going to be what people are expecting. But after this, I'm going to drop a rap project, like not singing at all, really rapping, because that's what people want. And I mean, sometimes you got to drop that reminder, like, y'all are boring.
Little EP sound of dreams.
You know, you just got to, remind these hoes, like, y'all need to step y'all pens up, tell y'all writers, start over, because Mahzi just dropped some shit, and all y'all should not fuck with that. She been singing for so long, gave y'all all this time.
Now y'all got to get on y'all shit. And just so y'all clear, it's spelled Mahzi, but it's not Mahzi like the fella in California. It's
Free Mahzi.
Free Mahzi. It's Mahzi, Mahzi, correct?
Yes. And I'm not going to say I was Mahzi before Mahzi, but I've been Mahzi. But shout out to Mahzi and Free Mahzi.
So let me ask you this question. Being that you're from Detroit, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to say a lot of the industry has been like absorbing Detroit sound. Like you see like the Lil Daddies and the other guys trying to come to Detroit. They come to trying to sound like Detroit. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like the lights coming more to the city? Do y'all feel like y'all the wave right now?
I mean, I like it. I mean, I'm honestly all for music being able to be music. You know, as long as Detroit continue to get their credit and people keep coming and showing love, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's not like you can do a song and sound like, Babyface Ray or Peasy, and we not gonna know that you copying. You know what I'm saying? So as long as niggas showing love, giving credit, I'm all for it.
I think also I would say, so I know Yachty gets a lot of flack, but I do commend what Yachty did with that Little Boat Boy project, where he had so many Detroit artists on there. He was giving them they just do.
Yeah, he embraced them. He definitely embraced them. That definitely gave them like. I feel like they on the way where they underground. They on the way from underground to mainstream.
I wouldn't even say they underground. Detroit hasn't been underground in the last 5 years. Everything we've been hearing has had influences or stretches from Detroit. But if you're not tuned in, you wouldn't know.
I just think how we move kind of still makes him say underground. Because I get what he's saying, but it's also what you said, because every single one of these underground artists, they done had like a hit. We talking about Doug, we talking about Sada, we talking, you know what I'm saying? Like T Grizzly, like they all damn near up there, but we still just move how we move and be in the city all the time.
Even Rich Kid, I know people talk about him, but I think it was a song with Peasy, Rich Kid, Kato, 42 Doug and all of them. This is when 42 Doug was like, still, you could tell he was in the trenches. And they came out, and I'm like, I thought Rich Kid was going, I seen it, I'm like, all right, Peasy's Peasy. 42 Doug has potential, and Rich Kid might be on a whole other level in a year or so.
Right.
It didn't really develop for him how it did for Peasy and 42 Doug, but the talent always been there. You guys, and this goes back to even Payroll Giovanni days. Literally, like these guys always been in it, but it's these niggas get so much money their own way. The rap shit always came secondary. I feel like for the whole city, especially like that street sound.
I mean, sometimes unintentionally it can come secondary, because if you doing this music shit and you still at home and you still in Detroit, it's so many distractions, good and bad. And I mean, a lot of us, I'm gonna only say a lot of us, because I can hold myself accountable for my city, but we don't have discipline. So it'd be hard for a lot of artists to stay on track. You gotta move around. You gotta, get in the motion to really want to keep doing it. And some people, it's a lot of people that ain't never even left Detroit that won't. You know what I'm saying? So it starts there. Yeah, start there for them.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. And we talk in the academy, we talk about Peasy, we talk about Payroll, we talked about Babyface Rainforest, Stuck in Yourself. Yeah. Another one who doesn't kind of get the same shine, but still an ill guy is I can't remember his name right now. I just had it in the top of my song.
Boldy James too.
Boldy James. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I got 3 songs with him. That's my dog.
Boldy to me is probably one of the illest rappers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a traditional Detroit kind of sound.
Yeah.
But he's so ill with it. It's like, damn, like
Yeah.
But he Detroit all the way. If you see him, you can tell that's Detroit.
It's just so crazy. Like, our spectrum of artists, like, you damn near won't know where we from. Like, even when I was at home doing music, like, people would be like, that don't sound like no Detroit music. You sound like you from Atlanta or something. Like, come in here, they like, you don't sound like you from Detroit. Like, you sound like you out in Cali. Or, you know, so it's like, it's good to show them that we got a sound, but we also got, like, other shit. Like, we got real rock stars from Michigan. Like, you know what I'm saying? We on some, it ain't just the picture that's painted.
It's a spectrum. Literally, when I'm talking about, you go from Eminem to 4-2 Doug. It's like everything in between, and y'all capture everything.
Yeah, and you know,
and don't forget, there's a way. You had a way with Big Sean too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Big Sean was kind of Eminem. That's the more popularized sound of what they think Detroit sound like. Until you go there, and then it sound like PZ, 4-2 Doug, and Payroll, and Mahzi out there like
Dej Loaf. All of us just. It's just so crazy being in a place where we from, and just like, I just feel like the struggle, the pain, the shit that we go through really just, I don't know, it breeds musical geniuses. Like, we got so many people that still ain't even got they shine yet, that's about to come up, that, you know what I'm saying, it's just ridiculous the kind of music that's coming from there. Even down to the beat makers, you know, hella producers, all that shit is just crazy.
I know hella of us a big fan.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Not only are you guys dominating on the music side, I think you guys are dominating on the movies, like on some in-house movie, like what they call like homemade movies, bro.
Right.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Detroit movies I found on YouTube that'd be fire. There's a couple actors, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. They really be doing their thing. Yeah, like I think 211. I remember like I found out y'all love Buffs so much y'all be willing to die behind what's it called? They call it Bluffs, right?
Buffs. Cartier.
They call it Bluffs, right?
Buffs. See, best don't be in Detroit. I go to Coney's, no.
I ain't never been to Detroit.
I really be in Detroit for real.
Let me tell you something.
You die over pair bus, bro.
Yeah, either that. I mean, back in the day, it was just like people would snatch them like off your face, and when they snatch them, they like make sure they get their fingers in your eyeballs, so you just like you know you can't even get them. But now you got Buffs on at the wrong time in the wrong hood, they just gonna shoot you for it.
Yeah, I talked to Dame Dot.
Why you
Dame
feel like
Dot
that's so important to Detroit culture?
So Buffs is a sign. It's like a sign that you kind like I'm in the upper echelon. I'm really getting to a kind of joint for Detroit. If I'm correct, right? Dame Dot. And I had a conversation with Dame Dot. He told me, bro, people get left at the mall for a pair of Buffs.
Yeah, a nigga go in there and buy some and won't make it back to his car. Niggas will try you in the mall. I'm not gonna lie. Detroit has gotten way worse than it was.
And don't have a Hellcat and a Trackhawk too.
You won't anymore. They're gonna steal it and strip it. But I mean, when you live there, it's just easy to know how to move. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've never been robbed. You feel me? I've never been shot. I done been in all type of places in my city at wild hours. It ain't never happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it can't. Not saying it won't. But I know how to move. Yeah. And when you come from Detroit, you literally have to learn how to move, or you will just end up staying where you.
Don't be like Quando Rondo going. Listen, rappers, don't be like Quando Rondo going to the city of Detroit or any city and thinking you could just move how you want to move. There is hyenas and wolves everywhere, and they will get you if they get the drop on you. Yeah.
And if you think, you know what I'm saying, you can do some Quando Rondo crazy ass shit like that. Know how to move. Exactly. Like, people just be so loud and just so. You know, you don't gotta do all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But with this project, would you say this? Go ahead, Bess. Hey, Christine, ask a question. We on you.
You good. So I ain't gonna lie, we mentioned a lot of guy rappers. We mentioned the P's, the Ice World Visual and stuff like that.
We didn't even mention Asian Doll. Is Asian Doll from there?
No, she from
no, not Asian Doll. What's her name?
Cash Doll.
Excuse me.
Cash.
Do you feel like females are getting the respect they deserve? Because you know the lights on Detroit right now. But we hear Cash Doll's name. I think Molly Brazy from there. I think Molly Brazy. There's probably a couple other females that came across my tongue. Do you feel like y'all getting your respect?
I mean, females normally don't. It don't even gotta be Detroit, you know. It's just rap. In general, in the rap situation. But I mean, I'm not one of them bitches that's complaining about it. You know, like, I'm gonna move and groove. That's how I got my deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta worry about getting your respect or being validated. I know I'm valid, type shit. So they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll get there. Like my time, when it's really my time, like it'll be that time. Can't nobody deny that. Like even now, people still like, she's been doing this shit for 5 years. Like how is she still like moving up instead of being stagnant or going backwards? You know, like I'm just consistent. And that's something that a lot of people not, or they'll just try the pity party shit. Like I'm just not one of them type of female rappers.
Where does the motivation come from?
Probably pain. Yeah. Yeah.
I respect that. So you would say intrinsically motivated from coming from those environments and stuff like that?
I mean, you can say that, but I'm not even going to say like Detroit is a bad environment. Like I'm literally a product of that. Like I'm literally the whole opposite of this. Sitting here all poised, like I'm on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's that. It's just other shit. It's, you know, life be life, and you know, just
listen. I understand.
Just shit.
The same Chicago, Detroit. I'm from the Bronx, so everybody, you know, what the social media say about the Bronx.
And I'm an empath a little bit, so it could be, you know, that environment and just, you know, taking in everything, because I do that everywhere I go. So I mean, but I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but pain is definitely what keep me going.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. What's some, like, everybody always talk about up-and-coming rapper. What are some of the pros and cons about being an up-and-coming rapper, especially in your position? Like, what's some of the shit you go through?
Well, she's not up-and-coming. She kind of is here. She got to deal. Like,
yeah, I mean, she you feel me? She's still good.
I agree, both of y'all. Still
kind of here.
You still good.
No, let's because best we got to be very clear. There's levels to this shit. It's up and coming is a motherfucker out here trying to get in position. She's a person that's in a Rising Star Challenge game right now. You feel me, like a rookie in the game.
All right, so my fault. I take that back. What's some of the pros and cons of being a Rising Star? Because everybody look at it like, okay, she got a name, she got a little bit of buzz, she's doing her thing on views and all that, right? So you think, oh, you just got the lavish lifestyle. What's some of the shit they don't see? What's some of the things you go through, like having to get the music together, having to talk to your label about, not label, but your Ethika about, as far as like, can I drop this song? What's some of the shit that you go through that people don't see?
Well, luckily, I can drop whatever I want to drop whenever I want to drop it. So that's not a problem. I would just say becoming no, they don't go together. So I would say being an up-and-coming rapper, the issues that I notice or peep, because they're not really issues, it's just like every day somebody else want to be a rapper and they can't rap. That gets kind of annoying. I mean, I don't know. I'm so good at like tunnel vision. I'm so good at like blacking out the fuck shit. I can't say what's hard. Like, life is hard. But if you want the shit, you're going to grind for the shit. Like, the shit was not easy, but I literally believed that I was going to get a deal. Like, I wanted a deal. Like, I was ready to sign for some money. And that shit happened. So I just think believe. Like, I ain't had no issues. Like, I don't think it's hard. Like, it's what you make it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So which one of y'all put this question here? Because I really want to know. It's a question. Did anyone try to slide into your DMs?
Like, here?
I don't know. Who put this question here?
Rappers, rappers always
I put this question because I forgot what song. That was me.
After she created, was the song about, like, it was kind of like, what's the one, like,
oh, she was fuck tight junk.
Yeah. I didn't get to that song. I was listening to all the other stuff. And then also shout out to my guy Blizzy, because I sent him your music too. He like, yeah, that song she made about who she would fuck with. That shit's hard, nigga. I'm like, what?
You know,
bro, that was hard. That's just.
I'm glad y'all fucked with it, because when I did the video and dropped that video, I was so over it. Like, I was over it. I'm like, I don't even know why I did this shit.
Because niggas started really sliding in the DMs thinking it was lit.
You want to know something? The niggas bitches was sliding in my DMs trying to argue. Oh, why you say my nigga in the song? Girl, shut the fuck up.
Let's keep it. Motherfucking song. Hey, I'm not saying they do or they don't, but you know the job was crooked before you took it. These rappers be doing what they want to do.
Okay, and listen, I wanted to stir the pot. I wanted to have some controversy. So yeah, I didn't care who was in a relationship or not. I put all the niggas' pictures in the videos, and I said what I said, and it's a song. Yeah, you know, like I'm an artist, and just, you know, painting a picture.
I understand it, because I've been on the side of artists like slander. My brother's a rapper. Shout out to my brother Butter. And he said on the song, He said, my brother went to college and he worked minimum wage. I'm like, wait, hold on, my nigga. I don't work minimum wage. I'm not no broke ass nigga. Please don't put that out there. But I understand their frustration. But it's art.
It's really art. And sometimes it's not even a shot. It's just like expressing what their, you know, like literally their life. Even if it's your life, you being his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just more relatable to people.
Yeah.
You know?
So let me ask you this question right here. When you go to the studio, you think about what you got to say as far as like, okay, this, if I say this, it might affect this certain amount of people. Because I know on this show, Christine and Suze be trying to tell me, oh, bet you can't say that. You can't say about me. I just be speaking free-minded. You feel me? Like, how's that being an artist?
Best don't care about the bag. You feel me? Like, when you got...
No, I care about the bag, but I'm just like, I don't care who says what. I'm going to say how I feel at the end of the day. I know sometimes as an artist, you got to be careful what you say. And being a female artist, you probably got to like... Because you got people that are looking up to you, too.
I just think now for myself, I just think before I talk. And that's something I didn't do before. I should just say whatever the fuck I felt. And I did rub a lot of people wrong. Not saying what I was saying was wrong, but sometimes it just be unnecessary. You know, so you can always like take 2 seconds to correct what you're going to say and just give off, you know, some good energy instead of, you know. And then let me tell you something. I went to go see Eddie Griffin the other night.
Comedian?
Yes. And he has no filter. He in there calling the white people crackers and all type of shit. And I'm not gonna lie, the shit was funny. You know, but niggas are getting canceled for that.
Absolutely.
He's not. He's not. But I'm just saying, like, you just gotta be careful. You don't want to be one of these ones that get canceled because the world is so fucking sensitive now. Like, have that conversation with your people, you know, but when you on camera and you in front of these, you know, people that's gonna be watching, just be nice.
And that's what I try to explain to best. I'm like, yo, best. We ain't the Breakfast Club yet. We on our way there. Don't say something where they're gonna be like, listen, Christine and Swoop, we'll take the show, but we not taking best. I'm like, all right, man, I can't leave you behind, bro.
Yeah, just be nice, and then shit, as soon as the camera go off, that dumbass motherfucker, the fuck, you feel me? Anything, but just know, when you're getting recorded, this is going to be your resume for the rest of your life. Do you want to be that guy for the rest of your life?
Yeah. So as far as that, do you feel like you get enough privacy as an artist too? You know, every little thing you do, they're gonna comment. If you like a nigga post too many times, they're gonna like, oh, she go out with this nigga. Or if you, I don't know, that's celebrity shit. How do you feel about that?
I feel like my privacy is so protected. Like, people that know me, like, think I'm Batman. Like, I don't even pop out. You feel me? Like, unless I gotta save Gotham type shit. Like, I don't even do that. So my privacy is good, but for the most part, even if you're not a rapper, people gonna assume you messing with somebody. People gonna make up rumors. I'm not clearing shit up.
Think what you want to think, yeah.
Think what you want to think. Yeah. But yes, I go through that, but it'll be people that'll make a whole situation about it. And you know, I don't care. I'm like, okay, think what you want to think. That's great. All publicity is good. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, I think I don't really have much else to ask. Best Christine, I got anything y'all want to say? I think she was.
I got some more questions. I just want to let Christine get her questions out too. I don't want to keep. You feel me?
Best, you got 101 questions, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You like the fast, bro.
I love them.
Christine, you got anything like that?
So, do you have a fascination at all with Asia, any part of Asia, and would you travel to Asia?
Yeah, like the Oriental thing when it comes to your music, because just because of some of the themes.
Well, my stepmom, like when I moved here with my dad, and he was with a lady who's my stepmom, and she's Thai. So she raised me, and my stepbrother and stepsister, they're Thai, and you know, her mom is like pure Thai. I'm talking about from literally off the boat. Like, they tell the story all the time. So, I mean, I was raised with Asian ladies, so it kind of like, and that was during the time when like COVID had just kicked off, and people were like, you know, being mean to Asians, having all the Asian jokes. So I just did that for my people, low key. I don't know. I'm talking about my people. They my step people. They my family. People. Like, blood can make us closer than anything. And then my dad and her, they had my little sister Iman. So, you know, like, yeah, that's my family. So Asians were going through a lot. I mean, Black people was going through a lot. We all go through a lot. But I'm big on like unity, and I know kind of like I want to be on Korean radio, and you know, you got to try to appeal to different markets. You just got to try to see what works.
So we're saying that we can possibly get a Mahzi K-pop song is what's going to happen.
Definitely, but before that, it's going to be Mahzi and someone from Africa or
Okay,
Nigeria.
talk to me.
Yeah, I'm going to do an island song.
Come on, the Senegalese motherfucker here, man. Listen, bro.
Yes.
Cameroon, I'm West Africa.
Oh, my fault, Cameroon. My fault, man. I thought you were Senegalese. My fault.
Yes, I got some, you know, I want to get in that bag a little bit.
Absolutely.
So going forward, what are some of your plans, like as far as to pushing music and make sure like
Hold
you
on,
don't limit
that's
yourself?
marketing questions, but you know we can't answer that on the show.
You want to know what's coming out?
You want to know what's coming out? You want to know marketing?
Who do you want to work with?
Okay, that makes sense.
I want to work with a lot of Vegas artists. I was just at Vegas Be Lit. Shout out to Hitman and his brother. They put together a whole dope ass event, and I met so many artists there, and I literally watched people's performance like I was at a concert. It's so many talented people here. So it's a lot of people that I want to work with here, a lot of people that I linked up with, like, you know, Instagram wise. So just be expecting me doing music with Vegas. Not saying like I'm trying to, you know, put Vegas on my back, but I'm finna be the female out here working with everybody. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get some shit done. We gonna put some culture around this motherfucker.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
They gonna be at you because you said Vegas don't got no culture.
But
If they watch this as a whole, they will hear what I say.
And what she's saying is not taken out of context.
I mean, you know how people be.
But if you come, but it's people that haven't been to Vegas, because if you've been to Vegas, you know, no disrespect to Dre's,
right.
They have an urban night. It's not y'all have Platform 21 or whatever the hell you got in Rochester. Feel me? You know what DJs? Hit Squad DJ is gonna be there. We got some going tonight. There's not that here.
Literally, like, I mean, there's.
But, you know, and that's crazy.
I'm literally sitting here trying to think, like, even down to the hookah lounges, like, even they have, you know, urban nights. You might walk in there and it's a Latin night or this night or that night. Like, you literally have to look for nights that culture will be in the building.
I haven't been to one reggae party yet. You know how I feel about dancehall. Have not been to one yet. It took me like 2 months just to find a good Jamaican restaurant. So,
and even back to this, even with the Vegas Be Lit, they tried to cancel the show, like Metro. You know, like the police didn't want it to happen. They didn't want a whole bunch of black artists in one building together. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm talking about deeply rooted. There's no culture here. I'm not taking shots at the artists. I'm talking about these police, these people that own these buildings that don't want us gathering, you know, getting our sound out. That's what I mean. And we got to work on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Mahzi, you was a great guest, actually.
Thank
I appreciate you being here.
Thank
and
you.
Make sure a new project's on the way.
Yes, it's called Ivory. It will be out. I want to drop it on the 7th of September. That'll be my anniversary of my car accident that I was in. My boyfriend died in that accident, but I might drop it on his birthday.
We're going to have to come back and talk about all this again because we didn't even get there.
Yeah, which is on the 12th. So it's dropping next month for sure, but the date is real, you know,
tentative
special
right
to
now.
me. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out exactly which one.
So when it drops, Mahzi will be back here. We will invite her on here. We'll let y'all know it's going to be dope.
Yes, it's lit.
Any last things, Pastor Christine, y'all want to say before Mahzi gets about it?
Look forward to hearing your tape.
Thank you. Nice meeting y'all.
Congratulations on all your success so far.
Thank you. Yes, I will definitely be back.
Absolutely. Again, appreciate you for locking in with us.
Thank you for
appreciate y'all
me.
for tuning in because we out to get up out of here. It's the controversial Best and Swoop show with this beautiful, talented woman here, Mahzi.
And Swoop.
The most boisterous and loud one, Best. And the beautiful and always controversial Christine.
Heavy on the beautiful. Okay.
We out of here.
Okay.
Peace.